Okay, I know this is gonna sound heartless, but I'm sorry. Screw those people stuck on Mount Everest.
So today on Caucasian TikTok, there are up to 1,000 Caucasian people on Mount Everest right now.
Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, there are some group of college people that is actually stuck on a mountain. Like, the thing is that they actually paid to go up there, and now they are up there unable to be rescued. I think some rescue people have gone there to rescue them, but the fact is that who actually told them to go there? What sort of adventure is this? Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together, because trust the black people are reacting to it, calling a spade, and we're just gonna come back to talk about it. But before then, please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your baby girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, share your thought of what you think of this mysterious mountain stuff, and let's dive into it, because this is actually going wave on the space of social platform, to the fact that, like, why can't you people just live with things the way artificial is?
Mount Everest. Keep in mind, this individual on her screen, I believe her name is Bianca, paid to go through what you're watching right there at the start. Volunteered to go to this mountain. Well, you're still paying. But I went down a rabbit hole after realizing people are stuck up there, and I'm seeing all the videos about leaving up there. I learned about the tour guides, the people really doing the work of climbing the mountain, the Sherpas. Now, after learning about that, I'm coming to realize Mount Everest is just a extreme adventure bundle package that you buy. And to be honest, the hard part is staying alive to make it up there, because they're just following a guided path with ropes and everything provided by the Sherpas. And the Sherpas are literally designed for high altitude. Like, they're designed to do this job. So I said, yo, they must be making bank. They must be making the most money out of all of this. But of course, you know how this works. They're not. Now, there's multiple reports telling me they make anywhere from 4,000 to 10,000 per climb. And there's some saying that they just make that over the whole season. Now, you're telling me to get to the top of Mount Everest, it's going to take me like 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm traversing different levels and climbing up and stopping so I can get my oxygen levels there. I've never seen an ad telling me, hey, go climb Mount Everest. So how are people getting there? And is it just to say, like, if you couldn't tell anybody you climbed Mount Everest, would you still climb Mount Everest?
I'm casually minding my black business, right, and I come across that it's 1,000 people that's stuck on Mount Everest. I would assume Caucasian, okay? No offense, but that sounds like a Caucasian activity, right? So they over there stuck like Chuck over there, right? So I was like, ever since I seen Sheila go up that mountain to try to save her marriage, I knew that was a place that you would never find me, okay? And I'm sitting here trying to figure out what's so grand about Mount Everest. Like, once you reach the top, is there a pot of gold? Keep in mind, this is completely optional, all right? So they get up there and get stuck. My thing is, who finna go and rescue them? I was like, you better call Elsa from Frozen, because who told you to go up there? Keep in mind, y'all, it costs like 30K to like 120K to climb this mountain, right? I mean, I do feel bad kind of in a way, but it's like, why would you even go up there? I feel even more bad for the people that gotta go up there and rescue them. Listen, you would have been better off calling Tyrone before calling me. It only took Sheila one time to go up that mountain for me to know that one never be a place for me.
There's about 1,000 people stranded as we speak on Mount Everest due to a heavy heavy storm that was unexpected, that is burying people alive. And this woman was lucky enough to survive. Her expedition started off with smiles, lovely people just trying to make it to the top, when a severe storm took over like never seen before. This is something they've never seen before at Mount Everest, and there's close to 1,000 people stranded as we speak. And at one point, she thought she was not going to make it. People flock by the thousands, the tens of thousands every single year to climb the highest peak on the planet, which is Mount Everest, and they pay Sherpas, which are local guides that help carry things up there for them to help them on their trip. By the way, it costs around 60 to 70 to 80,000, upwards sometimes of $100,000 to take this trip. I hope these people are okay.
1,000 people got stuck on Mount Everest because there was a blizzard. And my first question is, did no one check to see what it was going to be looking like? Like, did no one know that there was going to be a blizzard? Because I'm pretty sure, like, that's something that the weather can predict. Like, you can see that a blizzard is coming. But, like, overall, why are we still climbing Mount Everest? Like, you don't need to be climbing Mount Everest. I feel like if you literally cannot breathe naturally as you ascend on your climb, then you don't need to be doing that sort of thing. And like, I get it. Climbing Mount Everest might be like a bucket list type of situation. And I can understand that. But like, I don't think we have the technology and all the equipment figured out for like a safe trip up Mount Everest. And then like, what happens once you get stuck up there and there's a blizzard? Like, I'm assuming you just freeze. And like, that's how you get found, because there's people up there who have probably been frozen there for decades. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand. I just feel like the air is really thin once you get up in the altitude, and it's like you can't naturally breathe that air and be okay. So it's like, why are you guys still making trips up Mount Everest? I feel like that's just one thing we don't need to be doing, because 1,000 people being stuck on Mount Everest because of a blizzard, it's like, what do you do in that scenario? Who goes to get them and who figures it all out? Because even just to ascend normally, you have to like go up a little bit and then like have an oxygen tank and then breathe and then settle on this level and then climb a little more and then settle there. It's like a lot. It's a whole journey. And so like, who knows how you even get out of that situation if there's a blizzard and now 1,000 people are stuck on top of Mount Everest. It's like, this is beyond. This is beyond. I feel like people just need to just let Mount Everest go. It's clearly not a safe thing to be doing. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like 1,000 people stuck on Mount Everest because of a blizzard. That's actually insane to me.
More than 1,000 climbers are currently stuck on Mount Everest, and right off the rip, why is there 1,000 people trying to climb one of the most difficult mountains in the world at one time? And then second, I'm not in no rush to go rescue them. I'm sorry. 1,000 of y'all? Help each other out. This is adding to their experience. Go figure out. Go get the Sherpas for sure. But like, who's doing the numbers here? One of the most difficult experience, right? Well, now you got it. It's a blizzard. Not an avalanche or nothing. This is a storm. Y'all can make it through, but it's just like 1,000 of y'all. That's a mini city damn near. Combined together. Figure this shit out. But you guys need a rescue team? Why are you not more empathetic? Why are you not sad? Desensitized. Sorry. People die every day, B. You paying $300,000 to do it? I'm looking at you like, see, you knew you wasn't really built for that. You was just trying to say you could do it and knock it off your little bucket list just to say you did it. You wasn't really built for Mount Everest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever hear someone, oh yeah, I climbed Everest, and you look at them twice, you're like, no. You got helped. You kind of just shuffled along to Mount Everest. Oxygen tank, 3 Sherpas carrying all the tough shit, left a bunch of trash. You really ain't shit. I was paying them Sherpas a little bit more. I bet they could get you out there themselves. But they probably sitting there like, yeah, you know what? I would make this trip easier. Let's just get airlifted. Fuck all that. We don't got to carry they shit. Never wish death on nobody. But, you know, as a hater, I'm like, hey, y'all don't got to rush. This is a little blizzard. This is part of their experience. This is going to build them as human beings. Let's see how they band together. You know what I mean? Can they get on the same page as 1,000 and get down the mountain? Who knows? We're going to find out. Sherpas, I hope y'all okay though, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all job is the toughest in the world. They don't be paying y'all shit. Just confirming my theory of we need to make Mount Everest difficult again. It got too sweet. There's never supposed to be 1,000 people trying to climb a top 3 mountain in the world at one time. all having help. Some paying $300,000. This person paying $75,000. This person got 4 or 5 Sherpas with them. This person got 1 or 2. That's what I'm saying, bro. Fuck all that. I needed something like this to happen to face the elements. Special white breeds indeed. Now it's time to really put this shit to the test. How are you built? Can you really climb Mount Everest versus the elements? We gonna find out.
And what the fuck do you mean 1,000 hikers are stuck on fucking Mount Everest? Mount Optional Everest? Like the mountain that you actually don't have to climb, Mount Everest? Like the mountain whose PR team has made it very clear that if you climb this fucking mountain, you are going to die? Mount Everest? A mountain that is...
Hi, family. I know this is not one of our things. This is not what we do. Some of us in the community do these things, but they're eccentric. We let them live, right? I want people to understand this. Mount Everest is probably one of the places that the most amount of people die every single year trying to climb it. The multiple, I think, is like 4 or 5 landing spots for you to actually rest before you climb to go further, are all that basically lined up and set up due to the fact of people who have passed away. There's literally, when you see the Sherpas take people up Mount Everest, they're like, oh, the dead guy in the orange jacket, the dead guy in the blue jacket lets you know that you're headed the right way. That's not a mountain you should be climbing. Anytime that the journey to get to the top of the mountain has to describe a dead person's body that is frozen solid, right? To let you know you're going the right direction, I think it's time to not go, baby. Right? Understand this actively. When you go past 10,000 feet on those type of mountains right there that you're climbing, especially Mount Everest, right? You're slowly dying. Like physically, you're slowly dying. We're not including the hypothermia that you're going to suffer due to climbing Mount Everest. You understand there are people who are permanently don't have any toes. There are people who have lost their whole hand. Well, you know what I'm saying? You see videos on National Geographic, which was the first place I ever heard about Mount Everest, right? Where they're tapping this man's full arm from the elbow down is completely dead, numb, can't feel nothing. It snaps off right before they switch off to the next scene. But y'all want to still climb it. I understand it's be able to have, you know what I'm saying, it's an ego trip to be able to say, yeah, I climbed Mount Everest, got to the top, seen the peak, blah, 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 blah. No, just get a helicopter and tell me to put me at the top and then I take pictures and then go back home. I'll do that, no problem. But me? Climbing areas, and there's certain portions of Mount Everest journey to get to the top where you're basically on these rinky-dink little ladders. You know what I'm saying? With ropes holding them together. There's certain parts where you're literally on this like 1.5 inch climb. Huh? I don't feel bad for them. Leave them out there.
So today on Caucasian TikTok, there are up to 1,000 Caucasian people on Mount Everest right now. Completely optional. They didn't get paid, no brand deals. No one told them to go march up there and say it was going to be in rapture, right? Nobody said that. There was a fucking blizzard. And now all 1,000 of them are stuck. First of all, you didn't check your weather out before you left the house to go on this goddamn adventure up a motherfucking mountain. A treacherous, deadly mountain. You didn't check your weather app? Oh my God, 2 weeks out? It says there may be possibly a blizzard in the forecast. You didn't check your weather app? And then you still took your ass on a motherfucking mountain where there could have possibly been a goddamn blitzy. And this is why I don't condone white people and doing white people activities. I'm just not brave for that. I'm gonna leave that to them. But not only are they motherfucking stuck, they can't even find these people. Lord, I hope you are able to find these people. I hope they return home safe, and I hope nobody else's white Caucasian ass decides to go up a fucking mountain that can kill you.
1,000 people trapped on Mount Everest. I didn't know people still went up there. I hate to say it, but you know what type of people go up there, right? I know my black ass not going up there at all. Hey, Zay, I give you 500,000. Who said that? Still don't care. Nigga, you not paying me enough to go up that jump. You see this? If I'm going by myself, I'm definitely dead. Now, I'm dead on the way up. I ain't even gonna cop to you. But what is the odds, though? You and 1,000 other people went up on Mount Everest and then a blizzard hit. Is that common? Or is that like rare that the blizzard hit at the time they went up to the top? Hey, I'm praying for them, though. They probably tortured right now, bro. They probably freezing to death. Probably going through hypothermia. Like, what do you do in this situation? Like, I know nobody can really get you with a blizzard going on, but how do you keep warm? Do all these motherfuckers just pile on each other and, like, rub each other back and forth? Like, what do you do? This sound like that TV show I seen, or was it a movie? I don't know. Where the plane crashed in the snow and all these people had to survive. I think they started eating each other. They did say 14 people out of them 1,000 is confirmed missing right now. And they can't even see them because it's 0% visibility because how bad the goddamn storm is. But y'all, keep them in y'all prayer. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. This shit wild, fool.
People getting stuck on Mount Everest, to me, is no different than them billionaires going in a submarine.
People who get those highs, right, like from doing dangerous shit, always want somebody to feel bad for them when the danger comes. Like, if you're an adrenaline junkie and you jump out of perfectly good planes to parachute down to the ground, because it's like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna die and I'm having fun all at the same time. And one day that motherfucker don't deploy, that is literally part of the reason you do it, to get the thrill of it, you know? I've always found that crazy. That's why I made that video the other day. I was like, I don't like roller coasters. They make me feel like I'm about to die, and that's not fun. Y'all took a group of y'all up to Mount Everest? A group of y'all? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I feel like death was definitely like on the docket. Like, could we die? And there was like a high enough chance that any normal person would have said, nah. It had to be, there has to be a death rate of Mount, hold on. Okay, you know what, now I kind of feel kind of bad. It's only 1% of people who go die. Why did I feel like people go up there and die all the time? I don't know.
Not enough people are talking about this, but almost 1,000 people were stuck on Mount Everest. A complete optional adventure, by the way. These folks paid hundreds of dollars just to get stuck up on a mountain. Why do people keep putting themselves in these situations? I never understood going to a mountain that has a death zone. Anyone who chooses to go to Mount Everest needs to be evaluated. Because why are you choosing to go somewhere where you know you can slowly die? I want to have empathy. I want to have sympathy for these people who are stuck on this mountain. But at the same time, the world is so big, you could have gone anywhere. This kind of reminds me of those folks who died in that submarine. And it's just like, why are you guys choosing to do this stuff with your money? If you need help spending it, I can show you how to spend it. And here's a fun fact, you guys can fact check this. There are roughly 200 dead bodies still up on Mount Everest. Yeah, it's so dangerous that people just could not recover these people's bodies.
You know, when people keep saying, oh, this is why people think, this is why people, now I understand. How can you pay to just go hurt yourself? Like, how can you spend such amount of money all in the name of adventure, but you ended up you're just putting yourself at risk? What in the, like, this, when I saw this just came up on my For You, I was like, okay, I know this is exactly how it will end. So there are some thousands of people, Caucasian people, who actually love doing this adventurous thing, and one thing led to the other. They paid to go to this Mount Everest, and now they are all stuck. And one of them who probably have been saved is out here crying, and oh my God, we are stuck there. Like, seriously, nobody forced you there. Nobody forced you. You just want to keep doing things that will just end. This actually remind me of a particular incident that happened. I think it happened last year, if I'm not mistaken. Some group of billionaires, will I call it millionaires, decided that they were going to go under the sea. They decided that they were going to pay huge amount of money to go under the sea, and most of them ended up missing. I don't know if you guys still remember, that incident. It happened last year. I don't know, I can't, picture, but the story is that this group of individuals who happens to be so powerful and rich decided that they were going to embark on a sudden adventure to go underneath the sea. Like, they want to dive in to check what God has created. They want to check what is underneath the sea. And they all went there. Some of them disappeared, some of them crashed, or some, like, And that didn't teach people a lesson. That didn't open people's eyes to live nature the way it is. There are sometimes I don't even understand how some people reason, because I don't know if they are not being told that there are risk to those things, because you should be told about the risk aspect of it, so that if it's something that you can embark on, you embark on, and if it's something that you cannot, then you abort mission. But then again, what am I even saying? Because I have seen so many stitches of some group of people who actually love to climb these mountains for a run or for hiking or whatsoever, and they go there. On getting there, they found something, and they decided to bring that back home into their home, and the stuff keep haunting them. I've seen countless numbers of this group of people coming down from a hike or from a mountain, sharing on their platform. Oh my god, I actually saw this strange something on my way hiking, and I have to bring it back home. And now this stuff is tormenting me. Why can't you just let things be? Why can't you just leave things the way at which it is? Must you go about touching and try to know and try to research and try to see what this is and what this, you know? Some people even goes as far as to climb under this mountain, bring back something that looks so voodooish, like voodoo kind of a thing, you know. Maybe probably some people who lives on the mountain doing their sacrifice or whatsoever, and these hikers decided to go out there, coming back, and they brought back whatsoever with them. And now when this stuff start hunting them, they come on a social platform to start crying about how they go to the mountain and they brought down something that does not really belong. Like, how or why do people actually keep, just taking things or trying to disturb nature? This word, I was having a discussion with a brother, and he was trying to make me understand that there are spiritual realm and there are physical realm. This world is so big that there are so many things here. If something does not really belong to you, you keep it that way. If something does not really belong to you, you leave it. There are so many things that meet the eye. There are so many things over there. And now look at these people, you know. They decided that they were going to go with all of the climate change, with all of the floods, with all of the things going on, aliens, three eye outlets, everything going on at the same time. You also choose to go to this mountain. What if you go there and you meet some aliens telling you, wake up? Huh? What is all this? What if you go there, you meet Anunnakis over there? Oh, God. Anyway, lovely. So I just leave your thought in the comment section. And for you think of this video, please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.